Pool pod with Will and Cam. No running around the pool. I said no more running around the pool. Sunscreen is really cool. I said yeah, sunscreen. Really cool. Let's jump on into the pool now. Splash! One too many.
Oh, and to think we've got our intro straight after this.
Just bring your microphone a little bit away.
Whoa,
we're still learning microphone techniques.
Yeah, I know.
That's because this is our first ever recorded podcast. Hello, my name is
the
Cam.
official one.
Yes, and that's funny to say because we've been practicing for a little while.
This is theoretically episode 6.
Yeah, but also episode 1. It's kind of a episode 6, episode 1 hybrid.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
this is 61.
Yep, that makes us sound way more official than we are as well. Welcome to the Pool Pod.
Fake it, make it.
Yeah, exactly. Welcome to the Pool Pod. It is two boys talking absolute bullshit with remote references to pool-related themes. What? So basically, in this Pool Pod, what you're going to get is a whole heap of jokes, pool puns.
Yes, pool puns. Yes.
Yeah, just like us about to dip our toe in the water and go. You know what? I'm ready to swim.
Two boys in the pool.
Yeah. Pool pals. How are you as a swimmer?
As a swimmer? Yeah, no, I'm good in the pool. I'm good in the pool. I had a dip yesterday, actually.
In the pool or in the beach?
The ocean pool. The world pool.
The pool of life.
Yeah, exactly.
How was it?
Yeah, it was lovely. Cool. Bit choppy, but that's fine.
Yeah, good. Because at the moment, I would describe the pool pod. It's young.
Yes,
it's still starting. It's early days. It's definitely like we're two little nippers.
Yes.
And in the way that we're nippers, also the audience are little nippers. And basically, as we progress in this pool pod, we're becoming different stages of athleticism with regards to pool like behaviours.
Yeah. Fully agree. So this is going to be a next step for us right now. We've got the green screen.
Yeah.
We've got the camera.
Can I say, terrible job.
I think it suits us perfectly, man. I think it works perfectly, man. I mean, we haven't even tried it out yet.
So hang on, I'm just going to turn myself down a little bit because I feel like I'm screaming into the microphone.
That's
we don't
fine.
have headphones. All right, I'm back now. Hey. So yesterday I called Will and I said, man, I think we need to organise this green screen. I don't have some time. Do you mind going to Spotlight or somewhere like that to pick up some material? He comes with this, which is fine.
The material's
great.
fine.
No, you've done a great job.
Thank you.
The thing is, we don't have enough to cover all of us.
No.
So there's going to be sides on the video, if you're watching in the video form on YouTube, on either side, there's just going to be... if you're listening to this on an audio form, you've got to jump on the video and see this because it's so shit.
The best part about this green screen is that this side right here is actually Cam's just recently used towel.
No,
you used to shower in
within
about
an hour ago, I used it. I was like, oh... I looked around and after you brought this, I looked around and I was like, oh, what can we use to fill it out? Walked past my bathroom and I was like, oh, my towel's green. So it's still like...
Nah, bro, it works, man.
Feel it down here. This is going to ruin what we're... Oh,
yeah.
it's kind of drying out. This is like it's drying. This is on a clothesline.
Actually, is, man. Two birds, one stone.
Yeah, exactly.
It's called being an adult.
Yes. You recently become an adult, mate. You recently moved out. How's that going?
Still, yeah, lovely, man. Absolutely perfect. Just seeing the ball straight with the straight bat right now, hitting it back, man. Loving it, man. Because I'm right in like one of the hubs of the city, so I'm just going bang at all times. It just feels so loose and free.
Where'd you move from?
Mitcham.
Which is still suburbia.
Yeah, for sure, man.
It's like South suburbia.
It's actually underrated, man. How many people in Adelaide you say, where'd you grow up? And I say Mitcham, they go, where's that? Underrated amount of people don't know where Mitcham is or what Mitcham is.
Yeah, true. If you don't know where we're from Adelaide, South Australia.
Word.
Yeah. So Mitcham is what? 15 minutes south of the city?
Yeah, perfect.
I'm really bad at the northern suburbs. Like I get south because I'm from Port Elliot, which is like an hour and a half down south.
Yeah.
As soon as I go past...
We're one and the same in some weird ways. Also super different.
Which is why the pool pod works.
Yes. Go us.
Yeah. We might be so different, but at the end of the day, we're both little nippers.
Look at where we are now.
Yeah, just trying to dip a toe in and grab the pool noodle and get on the lilo.
That's it. Look at me, Mum.
Yeah, look, I'm finally swimming, Mummy.
Yeah. Can't jump over a mat, though.
Yeah. So basically, when we first decided that we wanted to make a pool pod and make it pool-related themes and pool puns,
yes,
he was like, "What's your swimming technique?" And I was like, "Actually, not too bad. Pretty accomplished swimmer. Terrible at podcasts, so we're going to still be at the nipper level." But when I was really young, I was doing swimming lessons, and something I've always struggled with is diving.
Yep.
Like I see all these, it's a little bit of a side, but I see all these crazy people online doing backflips off of like,
you
like
wouldn't be an elegant diver.
Cliff jumping, and they dive, and I'm still like, to this day, diving in from flat ground, literally not even a foot up. I'm terrified. I'm not very good at it. I'm not graceful.
Which is strange, because I thought the Port Elliot boys would just be natural divers.
A lot of people ask me, it's a surf town, so they're like, "Can you surf?" And I'm like, "No, mate. Tiny feet equals terrible balance." Yeah, I'm
tiny
6
feet.
Mate, I'm 6'2".
What size feet are those?
These are like 10s max.
Yeah,
like
wow.
pushing 10s.
You do have small feet.
They're like 9.5s.
Wow. Yeah, you do have small.
Wow.
Oh my God,
Oh my
Cameron.
God.
Do you reckon mine look bigger?
We're comparing feet size now. Yeah, so I was doing swimming lessons when I was younger, and one of the lessons that we got to, which scared the shit out of me, was called diving. It was a diving lesson. It was a diving lesson. And the technique that the instructor wanted to show us, how to dive like and jump out. Because obviously when you want to be swimming and like at a competitive level, you've got to master the dive and really push out.
Sure.
So he got like a gym mat, and this wasn't, I don't think this was specified as an actual like a pool. It wasn't a pool ingredient that they usually use. They just, what was the thing I'm actually thinking for? Doesn't matter. It wasn't actually a pool thing they actually used. But they've just got this gym. They've got this gym mat, and they're like, you know what would be great? If the kids jumped over the gym mat.
To symbolise that they're...
And to help them, like if you push like too small, you're obviously going to just KO yourself on this gym mat as you jump from the pool into the water, jumping over the mat.
Daddy Doyle was here, wasn't he?
Dad was here. He took me to swimming lessons. He's watching, you know, he's spending an hour. He's like, I'm going to take Cam to swimming lessons. We're going to hang out. I'm going to watch my kid succeed because I think he's a great athlete. He's sorely mistaken.
Sorely mistaken.
Yeah, because what I've done is pussed out. I never got the guts to actually jump from the diving platform, which was just the ground, because we weren't even on the diving.
Man.
They didn't have a diving like board or anything like that. I didn't have the guts to jump from the ground to clear this mat, which would have only been 1.5 meters max.
Oh, man.
Which basically, if I fell, I would have just slipped over. So any sort of force from my driver's ankles or calves would have got me over this mat. But I'm 10 years old.
That's it.
I'm
That's what I was
sitting,
gonna say,
yeah, I
man.
was sitting
Like,
there.
come on.
There's kids that are younger than me clearing this thing.
Suck shit, Cam.
Exactly. I'm just basically, I go, I can't do it. I can't do it. I get to the corner of the pool. I can't do it. I get back. I go to the corner of the pool again. I can't do it.
Oh,
and
no.
I end up crying because I can't do this. And my dad's grabbed me it's like 20 minutes into an hour pool class. And I couldn't clear this fucking mat. And Dad's just going like, mate, if you can't clear this fucking mat, we're going. So we literally, he's like, get in the car. He's like, you're embarrassing me, kid. Because your dad wants you to be good at sport. He wants you to be the best, you know? They've got these high hopes to have this kid. They've been growing up for years. Like when I have a kid, it's going to be so good at sport.
Yeah, mine
If
too.
it's a boy or it's a girl, it's
Mine
just going
too.
to nail whatever sport I throw at it.
Yeah, mine too,
Swimming,
yeah.
no exception. I've got this diving class that this kid's going to go do. He's going to absolutely nail it. I've seen him swim. He's not too bad at a freestyle. Obviously, his dive is going to be pretty good.
Yeah, sure.
Just the disappointment of the family that evening. We're all sitting around the table eating schnitzels. Dad didn't say a word to me.
So when you woke up the next day, as you got out of bed,
I was
there was
dadless.
there was a mat already sitting there. If you step on that mat, you're not getting breakfast, mate. Walking to school.
It's like
Jump over. Jump.
It's like, but Dad, I can't dive into
Fucking
the
jump over the mat.
Yeah, dive into the carpet, mate.
Then we're going back to that class in front of all the other dads, and you're jumping over the mat.
Did you see Jerry's dad bloody looking at me? I was an absolute disappointment. But you weren't jumping over. I was an absolute disappointment.
Never embarrass me like that again.
Motherfucker, you got to jump over this mat before it's the end of the day. I'm like, Dad, just let me get out of bed.
Well, you know, you should have not let your father down, to be honest.
Okay. Thanks, Will.
Nah, Cameron, I love you, but Matt or no Matt.
No. So basically, this is a ruse. I'm thinking this is the start of the pool pod. It's the start of something new. I think whether this episode or series of episodes. Oh shit!
Oh Jesus!
I was trying to get comfortable.
Jesus, guys, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
Whether this pool pod lasts 10 episodes or 15 episodes or never ending, I think the big
Never ending.
Conclusion of the pool pod should be we'll work up to this.
Yeah.
But I think the overarching theme is teaching Cam to dive properly.
Yeah, I love that actually.
And I've got to clear the mat.
Clear the mat.
Eventually, we'll grow the audience. We'll grow the little nippers.
We'll get Daddy Doyle down.
We'll get Daddy Doyle down. We'll see if a pool can sponsor us. I mean, Marion Swimming Centre's pretty
That'd
awesome.
be good. Yep, it is.
We'll get a mat. We'll lay it out. We'll get Dad to sit right next to me.
We'll get him super grumpy before as well.
Super grumpy. We'll tell him about, the years after the 97-98 grand final where Crows won because they just went to absolute shit after that. So he's going to be angry. He's going to be an angry guy. He wants to be, he wants to be proud of something.
Remember the Gary Ayres years?
Yeah. Don't fucking talk to me about it. Dad, 2001 to 2004, Brisbane Lions winning every year. I don't want to hear about a three-piece. That could have been the boys.
Could have been the boys.
It could have. That's what I'm saying.
The boys were lucky to win too, anyway.
Oh, piss off. Malcolm Blightwood took them from 0 to hero.
Yeah, but they sort of fluked their way in.
Do not get me started about
saying,
this.
Man, just saying.
Think of the team that were there.
It was a great team.
Modry is.
Yeah, Godra.
Godra.
I actually saw Godra play cricket the other day.
Oh, because you were... Yeah, we'll talk about that in a minute.
Super rough. Super rough.
Yeah. I couldn't imagine him being very good in the outswing. I don't even know if that's a cricket term.
Fuck. The type of
you know when you don't watch much sport. I love watching cricket.
Yeah.
But I'm just really bad at the technical terms.
Yeah.
Silly mid-off. I don't know where that is on the field.
I can tell you.
Where?
Well, if you're batting right-handed, right, and there's the stumps right there, it's silly mid-off, so it's super close. So it's essentially where that camera is if you're standing right there. So it's about 2 meters to your right, so on your offhand side.
On your offhand side.
So
okay.
it's about 2 meters to your right, sort of in a 45-degree angle. Right.
Great.
There. See what I'm saying?
Yeah. Cool.
Sorry, man. Anyway,
the end of
cricket talk with Will.
Yeah, cricket.
That was in my wheelhouse.
Oh, we're going to talk about the wheelhouse after as well. There's so much to cover in the first
Sorry,
pool
man,
pod.
let's just finish this off.
That's right. All I want to say is the end of the pool pod should be me, my dad, you commentating.
Yeah, please.
Me diving and clearing the mat.
Oh, man, I want nothing more than that.
I think that should be the culmination
At
of
least
this
the
pool
best
pod.
way to wrap up the first season.
Yeah. Let's do a couple of, how many episodes? I don't know. We'll know. We'll know.
It'll happen organically.
We'll know.
Yeah, exactly.
When we start getting some sponsorships, or we'll start getting, a few people, we might even end up making a bit of a Patreon or something like that eventually if this starts taking off.
Yep.
That Patreon will literally be to save up enough money to hire out the pool pod. Hire out a pool venue.
And do a live pod.
And me clearing the mat as the end of it.
And my daddy finally loves me.
And then daddy's finally proud of me.
I love you regardless of the mat or no mat.
Oh, don't be a sucker. I don't need that in my life.
Yeah, you don't. You don't.
He's like, and I chat to him now about it, and he's like, oh, mate, whatever. You do okay. You do your things. You run your vlog. You've been on radio. You've done all this blah, 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 blah. Who gives a shit? When you were 10, you never cleared this mat. And to be honest, mate, I don't know if any of the other shit matters. Because now you're saying you're running a pool pod. You're running a pool themed podcast with your mate Will, and you can't even clear a mat. I mean,
he's not wrong. You should be able to clear a mat.
Could you clear a mat?
Yeah, bloody oath. Comfortably.
Oh, okay. This is the thing. We'll start the podcast. I'm already talking about finales. It's the first episode in. We'll start that podcast with you jumping the mat.
Yes, done.
And then you can just be wet for the rest of it.
Perfect.
Yeah, which is pretty standard. I mean, look at him. He's looking at this.
Yeah.
Exactly. He's wet already.
I'm not the one sweating.
Yeah. No. Fuck. I don't know why I'm such a sweater.
I don't know. I'm the same, man. I am the same. Anyway.
You jump the mat first.
Done.
We'll have the podcast. It'll go for 40 minutes. The end of it, I will then attempt the
That'll
great
be
Matt
so
jump.
good, man. That'll be great.
Yeah.
Bang, bang.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it. And that's the end.
No friends in the Matt game, mate.
No, there are no friends. But there are friends made in the Matt game.
There are. Friends in the pod game, though.
The pool pals.
Yeah,
we
pool
like to
pals.
call them. Yeah. So we're in the pool, right? You go for a glorious little swim. You're doggy paddling. You're freestyling. You're breaststroking around.
What kind of guy are you?
I'm a bit of a breaststroker.
Yeah, you got breaststroke vibes.
What's breaststroke vibes?
Just the real. It's the beautiful one. It's the real casual,
Oh,
nice.
so what are you trying to hit on me or something?
Maybe
What
a
are
little
you?
bit.
Yeah, you're
Breaststroke's beautiful, man. That's just that cruisy, like.
you're a full backstroker, I recken.
You reckon it's the slapping on the ball, like,
Yeah,
flailing?
you just slappy yeah. Willie Porter, backstroker extraordinaire.
There's the ball, and everyone's doing freestyle. I turn
You're
around
just
and
like, woohoo! Treat yourself to looking up at the sky as opposed to the bottom of the pool.
No, I like breaststroke, man. Breaststroke's nice.
Oh, I wouldn't have thought you were a breaststroker at all, mate.
Breaststroke or freestyle?
You're not as graceful. I'm sorry. I'm just sorry. You're a backstroker or like a
Slappy backer.
you're a slappy backer or one of those side setups. You know when you do like the
That's
you're
a
like,
glide.
Yeah, you got
Side glide.
one arm up like this, like
Yeah,
to the
yeah.
side, and this arm's kind of just doing these little like. You're like Nemo from Finding Nemo with a little bung flipper.
Yeah,
so this
sure.
one's just going like, hello, like this.
Cam's just waving his wrist back and forth right now.
Yeah, not like a masturbation sort of thing.
I
but
didn't
it was,
say that.
Yeah, but it was more of more fanning the water.
In the water.
Yeah, with these open fingers, kind of doing fuck all. Like, what's this doing? What is this sort of technique doing?
That does sound like me. I am inefficient at times.
Old inefficient strokey wheel. And then your legs are kind of doing somewhat of what a breaststroke would be, but you kind of just not really going.
That sounds like such a painful way to swim.
But do you know what? It's the way you swim, and it's like a rescue stroke.
It is, yeah.
It's
it
an
is.
emergency stroke.
Yeah, because you can go the longest.
Yep. Yeah. I learnt that. So that's the thing. You're like a strong swimming camel. Tremendous over a long duration. But you know,
Aqua Camel.
you're an Aqua Camel. Will the Aqua Camel.
I'm glad we got there.
I'm the breaststroker. I mean, if you want to break that down any more, sure, go ahead. Feel free to. But just,
Fine. What kind of pool animal is Cam?
yeah. What would I be then? I broke you down. Break me down.
Well, fine. With your breaststroke, it would be because you're a tall guy.
Yeah.
I feel like the bobbing of the head movement would be very up and down. It wouldn't be just consistent. Do you know what I mean? So you wouldn't just.
I've got an
you wouldn't-
aggressive bob on
Yeah,
me.
you wouldn't hold strong. You wouldn't just go. You'd go up and down and up and down and up and down with
Yeah.
a really open mouth as you do it. You know what I mean?
Just the type of character that like
I'm
swims forward.
I'm getting frog vibes.
Froggy Doyle.
Yeah, Froggy Doyle.
This is the Pool Pod hosted by Aqua Camel, Froggy Doyle. It's the funniest shit. I'm the type of character that opens his mouth underwater and expects and surprised by
Yeah.
the amount of water that comes through my lungs.
Exactly. But you've also, because you know the frog has like long limbs, you've got those, you know,
I'm a limmy
you'd
guy.
stretch out. You'd stretch
Yeah,
out.
I'm a
Do you know
limmy
what I
guy,
mean?
but yeah.
It works, man.
I love it. The Pool Pod with Aqua Camel.
And Froggy Doyle. Boom.
Yeah. Anyway, I need to throw a technique out there. Just think you're a little Aqua Camel.
Sure.
Swimming through the pool.
That feels so right.
Oh, doesn't it? Yeah. It feels good. Feels good. Froggy Doyle's also really enjoying himself. It's through the the shallow end still, because we are little nippers in this pool pod.
Correct.
You get out of the pool. What's the next step?
I would go waddle over,
Yeah.
put out a towel,
Yeah.
lie down.
Okay. Imagine this. I'm going to put you in a scenario. Remove the towel.
Whoa, dude.
I know. This should even be a pool rule. It's not, but it should definitely be on the rule of
But
pools.
aren't the tiles hot?
Yeah, you got hot tiles. One of my friends doesn't own a towel
What?
And he doesn't use it ever.
What? What do you mean?
I mean, yeah, like after
what do you mean when he gets out of a shower?
Well, this is what I'm saying. When he gets out of a pool, when he gets out of a shower, when he gets out of any body of water, he never dries himself with a towel.
What the hell is going on?
He lets himself dry it naturally.
Was it because he's just anti-towels? Like, is he?
I don't know. He just says they're counterproductive. I'm like,
What do you mean are they counterproductive?
How are they counterproductive?
It's just taking more time.
It's literally there's
and
jokes
making
written,
more of a mess.
There's jokes written about towels. What gets wetter as it dries? A towel.
Yeah, great gag.
Oh, I mean, one of the best.
What the hell? So what does he do when he gets out of the shower? He fucking waltzes through and ruins his...
Well, that's the thing. He's got a partner, and I was having this conversation with him and the partner.
True.
And she said, yeah, it's weird. He just jumps into bed wet.
Oh, man.
Wet sheets, wet everything.
Man, that's so not on.
What? Like, if you do this, if you're listening and say, yeah, that's so normal. That is so normal.
That is not normal.
Comment down below. Hit us up on Instagram, The Pool Pod.
Please.
We need to hear about it because there's no one else.
That is bizarre.
There is no one else that does this that I've heard from. And she thinks, his partner Beck thinks it's the weirdest thing.
Well, his
And Dave's-
partner Beck's right.
Yeah, and Dave's just like, no, I don't see anything wrong with it. You're wet. The sheets are wet, mate. How do you sleep?
That is
when
bizarre.
you're drenched.
What's his hair situation like?
Oh, it's a little bit shorter than mine. Like, he's still got the short sides.
That's not too bad. That's not too bad.
He's not.
If he had long hair, it'd be
He's
it'd
not
be toast.
Yeah, he's not like God doesn't have like long flowing locks, but still, he thinks no towel is the best way to go about things,
Oh
and I
my
just think
giddy
it's
aunt.
the most. It's strange. From 0 to not rocking a towel, where do you sit in breaking society's conventions?
4.
See, that's quite law-abiding.
Yeah, I know.
I would probably say, yeah, 4.
I'm not. I don't.
Some days.
I park pretty willingly. I park pretty freely.
Were you about to say willy-nilly?
Yeah.
I wish you did, because willy-nilly is amazing.
Yeah, willy nilly works. I'm a very willy nilly man.
Talk to me about the wheelhouse.
The wheelhouse.
Because I'm going to change. We're changing topics like nobody's business. We're snapping through these bad
Well,
boys.
but it's things that are just in my hitting zone that I know very, very well. So it's the wheelhouse.
This is the segment you wanted to bring to the pod.
Yeah, it
and
is.
I'm really enjoying it.
It is. Like, some people actually call me wheel, as in wheel, but wheel. Welcome to the wheelhouse.
Why?
I don't know, man. Like, when you say Will so many times, eventually you're going to play on it. Like, you're just going to play on Cammy Boy.
Yeah, but these are nicknames. Because
Yeah.
my name, Will and Will are 2 different words. I know it sounded like a completely different word, but it's completely similar words. The same word,
Hence a
even.
nickname, my friend. Hence a nickname.
Wheelhouse. Is there anything in the
First
wheelhouse
thing in the
today?
wheelhouse nicknames. Well, yeah, we can go whatever you want. I mean, cricket chat first of all was right in the wheelhouse.
Yeah, I mean, we were sitting in the wheelhouse.
That's just bang bang.
I took a couch and I set up shop in the wheelhouse.
No, I'll bring things to the wheelhouse as it comes along naturally.
Yeah, sure.
Don't worry about
Okay,
it. But
just know that
stay
you haven't
tuned.
prepared anything
No.
offhand.
Well, we thought of the wheelhouse as we were walking into the room.
Will, when we bring an idea to the pod, we have to follow through.
Yeah, okay.
You know?
I'm sorry.
It's okay. But just know, for future pods, I will not stand for that lack of ill preparation.
Okay, I'm sorry. I can do better. Hey, I've got another one for you.
What?
Who was the biggest person you had?
This isn't the
on-
wheelhouse, isn't it?
Yeah, we can do this. This isn't the wheelhouse.
Okay, go.
Who was the biggest person that you had when you were hosting a radio show?
Okay, so context here. I used to host a breakfast radio show on Fresh 92.7. I did that for all of last year.
Yeah, man, that was great fun. Hey.
This is not how we met. We did that in the intro video, which is online as well. You can have a listen to that. But you came and volunteered, so you were involved in the station as well. I was a full timer there, and that was my job for a year.
Yes.
Breakfast radio is a weird game. I'm glad that I'm out of it at the moment because I'm really enjoying the vlogs that I do on YouTube. Blah 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 blah.
And the pool pod.
And the pool pod. I mean, yeah. Cheers to that. Let's have a little dink. Hey,
Word.
should we go again? Hey, let's tap out.
That was nice, man.
Let's tap out pool noodles. Hey, let's go one more time.
What? Really like that.
Point.
Really like that.
Love that.
Welcome to the crib, fam.
So yeah, did that for a year. You know, I didn't love it in the end. Wanted to go into vlogging. What was I talking about? Oh, the best guess I ever had. I think. Well, during this period, it's good that you come up. This is actually during Fringe period that we're recording this for the first time ever. And during Fringe period, breakfast radio is just just at heavy pool depths. I mean, you're gonna have to get a lilo and kind of just waddle out there. You're gonna have to be full, like
it's full on, man.
You rose on the door. Little Titanic reference for you.
Yeah, nice.
With just your co-host Jack, just kind of hanging on for dear life, and I was Jack in this situation because
you're gonna be able to do tumbles against that wall and just keep going.
Yeah,
bang,
you're gonna be going at race
bang,
pace 24/7.
That's real Froggy Doyle style.
Oh yeah, I mean, isn't it just Limmy Froggy Doyle? I'm just taking the Aqua Camel along.
Here I am.
You kind of got camel vibes about you as well.
Yeah, I know. I quite like it. Yeah, it works.
Big old willy lips.
Yep. I've got big eyelashes too.
Yeah, big
actually.
eyelashes, and you got like the hair. Like, take your hat off for a second. That's
some blonde locks.
That's some camel locks right there.
Yeah, it really is, man. It's got camel-like vibes.
Yeah, he's the Aqua Camel.
Put my
anyway,
hump back
best guest I ever interviewed on Fresh 92.7.
Here we are.
Probably Ansel Elgort. I'm dropping names now.
Yeah, nice.
Do you know him?
No.
Why'd you say nice then?
Because it sounded cool, man.
Yeah, so Ansel Elgort, he was on The Fault in Our Stars.
Yeah, nice.
He was also in Baby Driver.
Is that? Yeah, I know who you're talking about now. Yeah. That's a huge get.
He was Baby on Baby
Driver.
Yeah,
I know exactly who you're talking about. That's a huge get.
It was a phone interview, so I never actually met him properly.
Massive get, though.
Massive get. And it was one of those ones. It's funny because when you do really big interviews on radio, it's like timed down to the millisecond.
Yeah.
So we had 8-minute interview, and you're sitting by the phone. Alex and I, my co-host at the time, were sitting by the phone. We're like, shit, we're nervous. We're good. We went over some questions. We talked to each other about it. We practiced the intro. Everything's ready to go. And then you're just sitting by a phone in front of the microphones. You're just waiting. You're waiting. Finally, the phone rings. Oh, hello. How you going? They go, hello, it's, blah, blah, some sort of PA or whatever from, this network or whatever. Ansel's almost ready to go. He'll be with you in 15 seconds. Like, it's so timed. It's crazy.
Yeah. Because he's already hitting 3 other interviews that day, man.
Oh, no, mate.
At least,
within the hour. Like, it's full on. It's just go. From, I think it's like from 6 a.m. till like dusk. Like, this guy he moves because it's promo for a movie, and we're just a little station in Adelaide, right? So they've got to hit everyone in Australia, everyone in New Zealand, just to get this movie out. So you get on the phone, and basically he goes, "Hey guys," and straight away we've got an intro. It's never like, "Hey man," like you never do pleasantries like this. You're just like, "Hey, here we have Ansel Elgort," like this, and you're answering questions, bang, 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 bang. You knowing that you've got the 8 minutes after they've told you, Ansel will be on in 15 seconds. You have 8 minutes.
13.
It's 12, almost like that. It's
11,
so
10.
calculated.
Yeah.
Gets to the 8-minute mark, and they don't really give you like a 1-minute warning or anything like that. Just that lady comes on, that gave you like, it's a 15-second warning. Here it goes. But after 8 minutes, they go, "That's all the time we have here. Thank you very much, guys." And you've just got to wrap it up.
Ansel.
Yeah, thanks, Ansel Elgort. Thanks for joining us. Have an absolute epic one. Go and see Baby Driver. Blah blah blah. And he's like, "Thanks, guy." Boom, hang up. Done.
That was it.
That was probably the biggest interview I ever did. But during Fringe period, like I was saying before, you get so many acts coming through. So I interviewed like some pretty awesome people, like Stephen K. Amos, which was sick.
That was a really dope interview.
Oh, did you like that one?
Yeah, man, I love that one.
I loved it because I followed him for a long time.
He's a fun guy.
He's the longest time. He's so good. Joel Creasy, I interviewed a couple of times.
That's a good get.
I actually saw him yesterday, and I was too nervous to say g'day.
Not
nervous or starstruck or anything like that. I was just in my own zone. When you just completely just like, I'm just living my own life. And then you look up and you're just like, oh shit, Joel Creasy's just walking past me. I think he half looked at me like, I know that guy. But he was also like, I got to do a show and I'm Joel Creasy. I don't give a shit about you.
Which is fair.
I should have gone, Joe, hey man, like remember when, because I got, when we did the radio interview with Joel Creasy, I got my mum in to do the...
I remember that one.
Creasy versus Lisi.
Yeah, that was good.
My mum's name is Lisa. And we interviewed Creasy, and we wanted to do something fun. We brought Lisa in, so it was Creasy versus Lisi. Easy rhymed quiz.
Yeah, that was good, man.
Yeah, all the answers.
I enjoyed that one too.
Rhymed with easy.
Yeah, that was nice.
Bunch of fun.
Yeah, bloody oath.
Yeah. Mum loved it too. It was like a 15 seconds of fame.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. That was fun. So Joel Creasy, Jamoan.
Yes.
Who was a bit disappointing.
Really?
Very hungover. And he
true.
did not give a shit that he was there.
True.
The studio desk is a little bit higher than your standard table.
Yeah, of course.
And we brought in, you bring in the roller chairs and all like a computer desk chair.
Yeah.
And
it's about a
you're sitting
chest height.
Yeah, you're
sort of
sitting
table.
relatively high.
Desk.
Like if you're sitting on a roller chair, a computer chair, it's often that I'm 6'2" and I couldn't touch the ground because you have to have your sitting so high to sit comfortably.
Yes.
He put it on the lower setting and he was just kind of brought the microphone right down to his face.
No.
So sorry, you can't see this on the audio recording, but on the thing, it's just like on the YouTube video, you'll see that I'm just bending over. Yeah, you're sitting down. And he was just tucked right underneath here.
Man.
Table's just kind of like this level here. And he was like
what the hell?
Not giving us much. But that was kind of sucked because here's another one that I've looked up to over the years.
Yeah, sure.
They're
good ones.
There was a few others. Matt, the chef.
Preston.
Matt Preston.
Yeah.
That made news, which was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was good.
Because Alex, my co-host, and my boss Ryan stitched me up. I just started in radio a couple of months in, and they told Matt to not answer any of my questions, no matter what I asked, if it was a good question or not, which it never was because I'm a shit interviewer. Just don't answer them. Mm-hmm. So I'd ask, Alex would ask this question, then it'd go to me, she'd throw it to me, and I'm like, no worries. Do you ever eat, normal food? Surely you slam some, 2-minute noodles or something like that. Pretty generic question, but I'm like, let's just get the fun questions out of the road because that's what everyone wants to know anyway.
True.
Ask the question. He gives me absolute donies. Good. Absolute donuts.
That's good content, man.
Yeah. So I was like, what's going on here? Surely this bloke hates me.
Mm-hmm.
Surely this bloke hates me. Ask another question. I was like, last night's episode, they were dealing with the wind because they were outside. Have you ever had to deal with some really intense environments to cook in? Great question. Well, what I thought was a great question. Didn't answer at all.
Now what?
Alex is like basically playing like, perfect. Here we go. Perfect. Because she's stitching me up, isn't she?
Yeah, man, that's what radio's about.
Yeah, I mean, it was a classic radio gag. We filmed it all just because we're excited that, Matt Preston was in and then they stitched me up and whatever. Filmed it, put the video on Facebook. Someone from news.com.au calls me in the morning and says, hey, man, I love the video. Can we put an article to it? And friggin' 50,000 other people saw it.
That's unreal.
No, it's not, because I freaking look like an idiot.
Yeah, that's true, you do. But you are an idiot.
Look, Froggy Doyle is out for young and old.
Yeah, he is, man. He's
He's
a good
kissing
boy.
babies. He's giving lollipops to kids.
He's working the crowd.
He's
Bang,
working
bang.
the crowd. Finger
Guns.
guns.
Finger guns can.
As he walks through a retirement village. I mean,
Yeah,
bang.
I love it.
G'day, Doris.
That's why people love you, Froggy Doyle.
G'day, Jerry. Froggy Doyle. He's the man of the people.
Martha! Nice tights, girl.
Arthur, you sexy beast. What?
Oh, wow.
Whoa, Froggy Doyle.
Pull it back, man.
Let's hide that little aubergine of yours.
Oh, that's too good. Interviews, that was quite good, man.
Yeah,
that
there you
was
go.
quite
There's
good.
some
Hey,
content.
I've got a few for you, man.
Yeah, hit me
because I
with
hosted
yours.
a radio show as well for a little bit.
That's right.
Over at another
Sorry.
community station, Radio Adelaide.
I'd hate to, steal your radio thunder.
Nah, man, these are some funny ones. I was thinking about this today as I was driving.
Did you just ask me who I interviewed so you could have a subtle flex about who you interviewed before?
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Yeah, I did.
I mean, this is not the way the pool bloody pod
No, this
operates.
is good pool chat though, man.
We don't flex on this pool pod.
It's not. No, this isn't flexing.
We flex really intensely. We love a good flex. All right, go flex your little pool muscles.
This is the anti-flex, actually. It's the anti-flex.
Flex your little pool noodles.
So I had Dan Salton on.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, good get right.
Salts.
So I was prepared with my co-host.
The Sultana.
We were ready to go. He was actually going to come in live. We were going to pre-record. No, he wasn't going to come live. He was going to come in, we'll pre-record, and he's going to play a song for us.
Amazing.
This was really cool, right? So we're super stoked, and we've spent heaps of time getting ready because we've already butchered our previous interviews, like ones with the presets,
Great.
really bad.
Great.
And so like
That's the way to do it.
yeah, really bad butchering, man.
What happened with the presets
Like
before
radio
we get to
science.
dance?
It was the same. It was the same as the one where they're like, "All right, yep, you got 10 seconds. Here comes the presets."
Oh, full, yeah,
and
yeah.
we didn't have any coaching. We didn't have someone there to talk us through it. We had no idea, and we had 5 questions which we asked, and then we had like 10 seconds, 15 seconds of silence because we were just like. pointing to each other, being like, "Can someone go now? Can someone go now?" And the PR manager just took the phone off the guy, and it's just like, "Yeah, thanks for that, guys. Cheers." Hung up. We never even played the interview.
Oh, that's awkward.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Well, this one's no better. So we've got Dan Sultan coming in. He's doing a live performance and stuff like that. This is sick. Just before his show.
Yeah.
I've got my mate's vinyl record of Blackbird that he wants me to get it signed for him.
Great.
Like, it's all, everyone's excited.
Yeah.
Anyway, we get a call about 10 minutes before we're about to go on, being
cancelled.
Yeah, hey, Dan's not coming in.
No.
Dan's not coming in. Sorry, he's got to just focus on his performance.
He doesn't give a shit about your little community radio station.
And we're like, all right, no worries. And we've just left it. And then
we started bawling our eyes out.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty cut because I needed a win at this stage. And then my mate Lockie Bubb, who I'm seeing
Bubby.
tonight. Yeah, this is what made me think of it.
He's a friend of the pool.
He's a friend of the pool. Yeah, he's a pool pal.
He's a pool pal, yeah.
And
100%.
he was around the corner, and I called him. I was like, "Bub, man, I had an opening for someone else. Do you just want to come in with it and do it? Just come in on the show with me?" And he's like, "Of course I do." So
so just you?
And my other co-host.
And your co-host, yeah.
And I've decided to bring Lockie Bubb on as the third co-host for the show.
Just a special guest.
Special guest Lockie
Bubster.
Bubb. Which I really enjoyed because I had the power to be like, "And Bubman's here," and he'd start talking because I'd panel as well, and I'd just turn his mic off at any point and be like, "That's enough from you." It was a good power trip, you know what I mean? Like, I just completely controlled it. Like, it was so good.
The old radio turn off.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, and Bubman decided to spend most of the show, just ripping Dan Sultan. Just ripping him for no showing it. And then it became an anti-Dan show for a bit.
The anti-Dan.
Yes.
I love that.
Yeah,
That's
and then
hilarious.
we had an air check with like everyone who does the show, which is about 8 or 10. It was like, because people do different days.
Oh.
They've come in and they've gone up to me and they've been like, "All right, now your guys' turn." They've played our intro. And in the intro, there was a third person who they've never heard of before who was on the show. So first of all, she stopped me halfway through and gone, "First of all, never, ever, ever, ever bring some random in to do a show." It's like, what makes you think that you have the ability just to put your friends on for an entire hour and a half? That's just reason for you to get fired.
Listen, Dale. My show, my rules.
Yeah, exactly.
My pool, my rules.
Oh, mate, there was creative differences.
Yeah.
Don't worry about
Look,
that.
Dale, was that Nikki?
Yeah.
Not a lovely lady.
Yeah.
At that station, but
that was Nikki. Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
and second of all, we had 3 complaints from different people about you ripping Dan Sultan, who's a huge contributor to the station. Don't ever rip Dan Sultan. And so I went from getting the biggest interview of my career to just almost getting fired in the space of an hour and a half.
That's so funny. Well, how did you save it? What's the big interview you've done since then?
I know we got other good ones. We got like Northeast Party House, which was good and stuff like that.
That's fun.
But no, it ended up going. It became a clash of two minds because I saw the show one way, she saw the show the other way.
Turns out that she was running the whole program, so I no longer work for that
now
station
I talk
anymore.
into a microphone in front of a tower. So who's laughing now, Nikki? Who's laughing now?
Yeah, bitch. I think that's an amazing place to end the first podcast.
Oh, man.
Thank you so much for listening. This has been the first Pool Pod that we've ever recorded with a video. There will be more episodes weekly, I guess.
Yeah, weekly.
Whatever day
content coming at you.
Yeah, whatever day we post this is the day that we're going to post from now until I jump the mat.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so keen for that. I'm so keen for that. Hit us up. Tell us what you thought, people.
Yeah. If you, what did you think? What should we do? Should the wheelhouse be a common occurrence?
Rough start for the wheelhouse.
Yeah, real shaky start for the wheelhouse.
Does the green screen work? Yes or no?
I'm going to say no. I mean, I've just noticed in the camera as well that there's this big old. Where's the big pinch? That's the separation between the towel and
it's a clear issue.
Yeah, where should we be? Where should the pool be next week? Because this week we've been in the Bahamas.
And if you have a pool that you want the Pool Pod to be hosted
eventually we're gonna try and aim for a tour.
Poolside.
Yeah, we're gonna go poolside.
Conveniently starting this as it gets colder and darker. The best time to be in the pool.
If you want to stalk us on any other socials, some on YouTube, Cameron Doyle and Cameron Mark Doyle on Instagram. What's your Instagram?
Snores1 and the Pool Pod.
We'll talk about why you're called Snores in the next episode. See ya.
AKA Aqua Camel.